welcome back.
We're still around. Belated Happy New Year, and we hope your holidays were fantastic.
And Merry Christmas.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little recap here that covers kind of December and January because we took a hiatus. We have a reason why, and we'll tell you a little bit about that. What we've got in today's videos, we're gonna let you know a little bit about some of our Barbados Christmas experience, and we actually snuck away to New York for just a moment for about a week right before Christmas and met my whole family up there. And we're gonna tell you a little bit about that. Coming back to Barbados, all getting sick when we were back and having to be down and out actually over Christmas and over the holidays, and then how we recovered from that. There might have been some other travel that was involved, but we'll get into that. Lise, what was the Barbados Christmas vibes like before we went to New York?
So Barbados was exciting, and we had hoped to make each of these events into its own video, but we're putting it all in one. So we apologize if this is a longer video than normal, but we were excited because we were away obviously last Christmas. So we were excited to be here for the holiday season and see Bridgetown and the whole island get decorated with all the colors. It's super festive, so it's fun to see. And one of our favorite events is called Carols by Candlelight, and we got to attend that this year.
But what is Carols by Candlelight? Where is it, Preston?
It's at the Prime Minister's house.
Wow.
And it's huge. I didn't know they made such a big backyard.
Oh my god.
It's big enough to do what, to have a barbecue in?
Well, they have like 6 different bars and popcorn machines, so I was happy.
Popcorn machines.
Popcorn.
Hope you caught that.
And there's hot dogs as well.
What was it like here at the event?
It was fun. We ran around with a bunch of people and we got a bunch of food.
Why is it called Carols by Candlelight?
Because there's carols by candlelight.
So we're heading to a really incredible event this evening called Carols and Candles, and it's actually at a place called Elara Court, which is the Prime Minister's residence. So we're gearing up for that. It's an amazing show. It's an amazing experience. Lots of beautiful music, Christmas festivities. We actually went in 2022, obviously before Lisa's cancer diagnosis. So we're really, really excited to be heading back here this year and having the opportunity to be back. It's just a remarkable holiday experience. We'll share it with you.
Run over by a setter, walking down the road by Sagicor. You can say that we don't have bad drivers, but as for me and Santa, we do know. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Super cool. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun and going through that. So that was a memory that we absolutely loved, really enjoyed it. They do that in like mid-December, early December actually. And it's a great way to get into the Christmas spirit and vibe and all that. And then we were in the decoration mode. And then not long after that, kids finished up school, and then we were bound for New York. And as some of you may or may not know, we're firm believers as a family about making memories and enjoying experiences over stuff, right? Our New York time, that was the bulk of the Christmas experience, Christmas gift experience for the children and for us as a family. We had a lot of good experience and good quality time with family here, laying around sick once we got back to Barbados. But in New York, there were some big surprises, some pretty cool experiences. What was one of them that was awesome for you, Kira?
The Lion King.
They Rochambeaued for their gift.
Who won, Preston? And if you, what did it mean to win?
If I won, then we get to open the gift, and if I lost, then
You were going to open it, but later,
Yeah.
after dinner. So we just checked into our hotel,
Like
literally, and it's like 8 o'clock on a Friday night in New York City by Madison Square Garden. Preston won.
This trip is a gift, and this is a gift.
And are we getting lots of stuff, or are we getting experiences? What do we focus on? Family, it's all about experiences, because what are we trying to create? Memory dividends. Like Disneyland. All right,
Any
let's open it.
guesses?
Any guesses? Okay, hold on. What do you think it is?
I think it's a Broadway show gift.
Okay. What do you think it is?
I think it's also Broadway show. Yeah.
I think it's
But I
a
don't think-
stick of chewing
But
gum.
I also don't think it's a Broadway show.
You think it's a
I
Broadway
don't
show
know
guy?
what
Do, but you don't.
I do, but I don't know what it is. 'Cause I
What
don't-
Broadway show do you think it is?
I really want it to be Lion King if it is a Broadway show.
I
But
thought it was I thought you guys really wanted the M&M store.
Oh, it's probably the
I think it's a
But I don't know
stick of
why
chewing gum.
they would have tickets for the M&M store.
All right. Well, we're gonna find out.
Merry
Oh, it's a piece of paper. That's so cool. It says Merry Christmas.
Why is it so? I'm
There's
scared.
more in there.
I'm scared.
It's just, here you
I see the word Barbados on it. Oh God. Oh my God! I'm so excited.
What do you think, President?
Where are you
What
going?
it is? What does it say?
go. It says,
Hakuna Matata.
What does that mean?
It's from the Lion King. 4 tickets to see the Lion King on Broadway.
What do you guys think? Is that
I
cool?
thought you were gonna do
So you
that.
want an added
know.
surprise?
What?
Adgie and Papa and Uncle Devin are gonna go too.
Yay!
Had you been to a Broadway show
I've never been to a
Broadway. Not a movie, a Broadway.
That's right.
Awesome.
What was that? What was that like for you, The Lion King?
Oh, we got like the closest seats, and I thought it was a VIP.
We
We got
we
really
did it, but Preston thinks that's the
I think if we were seated in the theater anywhere on the ceiling, he would have thought it was VIP. What does VIP even mean?
Very important person. I'm a big brain.
And you're an important person. Everybody's an
I am?
important person.
Yeah.
There it is. All right. What was one of the other fun shows that we caught while we were there? So we saw The Lion King. That was
Got the
amazing.
Rockettes.
See it.
Rockettes.
The Rockettes.
We also thought that was VIP seats too.
Mm-hmm.
That Rockettes was I would see that again in the same day. That was
Yeah, I did see that.
Were you kicking after?
Oh yes, I was.
And at the start,
Everywhere.
before they started, they had the piano people playing There was the part,
organ.
and then there was 1, 2, 3. It was like really tall, and then they had to play that the whole 10,000 songs. You're going.
Rockettes are definitely worth the experience of seeing it.
Rockettes was
They had a bus.
And my whole family was out. It was my mom and dad. They're in their 70s, and they've never done the whole New York Christmas experience. That was pretty magical for them. It was our first time doing the Rockettes, and I would definitely do it again.
Yeah.
The Christmas time, the Radio City Christmas experience.
That was really
Absolutely
nice.
beautiful in there. Some of the other stuff that we got into in New York is we did a lot of walking. We just wandered around.
Market.
Yeah.
Got
Lots of
pizza.
Markets are so
I
nice.
kept my pizza streak for about
Well,
3 days.
Why don't you tell us what the pizza streak is?
Yeah, a pizza streak is when we're in New York, you would try to eat pizza every day.
But
you tried to eat pizza
And you.
every day.
We
I
kept
didn't
our
try to
pizza
eat it
streak,
every
but
day.
We
then
weren't trying to eat it.
and
every day.
then one day we were walking back and there was too long of lines, and then we couldn't get back.
But he got it basically every day.
Except one day.
Kira, what were the Christmas markets like in New York?
They're so nice. There's a bunch of them. It's like anywhere you walk, there's so many. They had a bunch of different shops and food, and it was so nice. I
The
love it.
first time ever seeing crumble in NYC. New York City. And we got some hot chocolate and donuts. So good.
The New York Christmas markets are really an experience to go through. We saw the Bryant Park one.
Yeah, that
We
was really
wandered
nice.
through that. We made it through Times Square. We made it through
The
Central
M&M
Park,
store.
the Central Park one, and we made it through Union Square and got to go through all of those Christmas markets. It was just really fun. Got to see some friends as well. We put a lot of mileage on our feet.
We did.
What were some of your highlights, Lise?
I was excited because it just so happened that one of my really good girlfriends from California was there the first day that we got in. Getting to see friends, getting to do dinner. We did ice cream with the family after, so that was fun.
But it was a little bit cold.
But yeah, we went to a lot of markets, and one thing that we actually we went multiple times, was to the Strand bookstore. Darren and I can get lost in the bookstore for hours. The kids not so much. But we did that, and that was 3 stories.
Yeah.
So we got to see the Strand bookstore and spend some time there. I liked this trip because we had done New York Christmas a couple of years ago. We wanted to make it a tradition. But we also went in without an agenda because we had seen a lot of the highlights that you want to see. So I felt like we got to just go with the flow. It wasn't like this jam-packed trip, so we really got to enjoy the places that we did go to and experience again. So we did take the kids back to Rockefeller Center and things like that. But
yeah, it's the thing that's fun about New York is at Christmas we had a lot of time just walking randomly to different places and just see what you bumped into. And that was half the fun because you just never knew what kind of experiences you would have. Wandered through Macy's. I remember when my brother went in there because he hadn't been there at Christmas. He goes, "This is literally a Christmas movie.
yeah,
I'm literally in a Christmas movie right now." I says, "Exactly."
Yeah.
It's just insane.
It was
Wandering
awesome.
through Macy's. Wandering through Macy's, period, in New York City is insane. But at Christmas time, it's on a whole
It's
nother
And on
planet.
the top level, they
So-
they got in like this whole car that had a bunch of Christmas stuff, and it was Christmas, and then there's a furniture store.
That's right. So
That's sad.
yeah, and you sat on the furniture for a little while.
Oh yeah, and also when me and my uncle came out of Macy's, because it was getting hot, we went and we got street food. The street food there in New York, if you haven't been and you're going, get some street food. It's the best. They cook it right in front of you, and you can get halal food, you can get hot dog, you can get burger, you can get fries, you can get anything except like pizza and stuff. I don't think, but they also have bakeries. Like that is a street food vendor, and the subways was awesome. We got to ride the subway, and there was multiple people, but some of them was just like us and 2 other people. But yeah, we were in the subway. That was fun. And then I didn't see any rats in the track this time, but that's okay. But then I did see a lot of nails, but and then the first night I was freezing with mittens because I got new mittens because my other ones are very thin. If you're
Thanks, Preston.
You're
That's
welcome.
New York.
I still have more stuff to say.
I think we're good.
Everything about it.
I think we're good for this round. Then we left on about the
It was a
19th or so. And Lise, why don't you tell them about your flight home?
Yes, we had a little bit of sickness with the family coming from California. Some of them were feeling under the weather.
Not
And-
too bad, but just needing a little
Yeah.
One
extra
of
rest.
them had the sore throat.
Sore throat.
So it
Nothing
wasn't
too
that
major.
bad.
But still able to get around and experience New York.
And
And
pacing.
the day before we're leaving, I told Darren, I said, I have a little bit of a scratchy throat. And I didn't really think much of it because the family had a scratchy throat. It didn't amount to anything. So we were up very early to fly back to Barbados. And I think it was probably 3:30 in the morning or so. And I wake up and I feel terrible. So I felt like a zombie kind of traveling through the airport. So it was very rough, and that just started the domino effect of everybody getting whatever it was. It may have been what the norovirus or whatever is going on because
It wasn't COVID.
it knocked us down. It felt similar to COVID,
But we took tests.
but we tested a couple times. but it knocked us down for, mine was probably 5 or 6 days.
2 days later, I got it. I was showering and then I just got a really bad headache. So then I just laid on the bed and then, I got sick and then I was just, if I tried getting up, it was dizzy to walk. So like you felt dizzy and you felt like you were gonna go side to side. You felt like you were gonna walk into a door and it was just really bad.
So after New York, we returned to Barbados, and it was everybody ended up getting sick. It was Lisa first, and then
Me?
it just started dominoing. Then it was
Yes,
Preston,
and
then
then
me, then Kira.
I got it like last. I was
Right before
holding on
Christmas.
for so long.
Yeah.
And then like it was like 2 or 3 days before Christmas, and then I got.
And then sure enough, she was sick Christmas.
So it
Yeah.
slowed everybody down. We had plans for Christmas, having friends over and doing
We had a bunch of
Christmas. We were going to be
Christmas
hosting.
Mhm.
We had some Christmas Eve functions that we were supposed to go to, but we stayed back here and just hung out. Had the family was over and whatnot. Had a few Sandy Crest trips in there, but everybody is good. And the week between Christmas and New Year was like recovery mode. By New Year, we were feeling a bit better.
Definitely
Much
better.
better, but still a little kind of
Yeah.
hazy, foggy, low energy. People's energy was coming back, and that was just for everybody in the family. We're still incredibly grateful for the Christmas season. The whole family got to be together in Barbados, and guess what? Now we have checked the box for having the whole family sick at Christmas story. I'm not talking about just the 4 of us, like the whole family was sick at Christmas.
Yeah.
And there'll be a story to tell for the future and whatnot. And it seemed as we started talking to friends and family in the U.S. in particular,
There was
a
definitely
lot
a
of
lot of
folks seemed like they had a similar experience. It's one of those things we got in life. Our health has come back. We got a lot to be grateful for. Had an incredible time with the family when they were in. Just a lot of kicking back. We did a few things, but they were in for a while. And then Kira and Lisa actually took a girls' trip back to California, and my parents stayed on for an extra, 10, 11 days. And they stayed back with myself and Preston, and we had just really an amazing time. If you really think about it, I'm in my mid-40s as of this recording, and the ability to get to spend a prolonged period, almost a week and a half, 2 weeks of time with your parents and really focused in is really a gift at this time and this age. And I had stuff that was going, I had some work stuff that I had to take care of, but being able to carve out some really amazing snapshots and vignettes of time with them, and then they're running around with me when I was running Preston to activities. It was really an incredible experience for us, and we had some fun too. So, Mom, Sis, what were some of the things that you guys experienced in California? What was that trip for?
So we had to go back. I had to go back for 6-month in-person follow-up visits, and decided that we would make a girls' trip, because how often do you get to do that? I feel like cancer, going through what we did, it really puts life into perspective, and we had the opportunity to do one-on-one time with the kids, and we're going to run with that anytime possible. We flew through Miami, and we had a 10-hour layover there, so Carrie and I jumped in a lift and kind of explored Miami a bit, which was
so
fun.
We went to so many different places.
Yeah, and then we got into San Francisco, and my family is not too far from there, so we actually got to spend a few days with my family, some really good one-on-one time with them, and then made our way to Central California, and that's where my appointments were. So we stacked everything there, and it just so happened that Kira's gymnastics team was having a home meet, so she was able to go in and surprise them and see all the girls, see her coaches, and all of that. So the appointments went well, so I'm cleared for another 6 months. So we'll be back in July for another round of follow-ups, but it was really fun to get time. We had really good time with family and friends while we were there. We didn't get to see everybody that we wanted to, but
We saw a lot of people.
we did see a lot, and we got some good quality time with the ones that we did get to see.
And Preston and I had some really good quality time together, and with my parents as well, with the 4 of us doing some cool stuff. So was just one thing that we picked up at the end of last year. There was a book that I read, and I think you read it as well, Die with Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you ended up completing it. And one of the powerful things it spoke of in there was memory dividends. Get out there, make memories, doing the things that you love with the people that you love. And when you do that, those dividends and just thinking about those moments and experiences, they're paying dividends to you over the course of time. And we were able to do that relationally, and I think this year we're really zooming in pretty heavily into the relationship investments, the time investments, where we're putting our energy, where we're putting our focus, not only for our sake, but more how that's giving to others. So what are the ripples of how that comes together, which is a perfect segue into, hey, we're back now. We're actually just truly getting resettled into some of our routines as a family. It didn't even feel like until last weekend, which was the end of January, right? That we were together really for the first time as just the four of us in about a month. The routines that we've got, Kira's training, school, same thing with Preston. Lisa and I have an exercise ritual that we're trying to get knocked out in the morning just on the family stuff. I'm back on the music frontier, so getting to play. If you're in Barbados, come check us out at Jeremy's in Holetown. It's a piano bar that's there, and I'm playing there Friday nights and Saturday nights. And that brings me back to that whole notion of the memory dividends that I was talking about. Because many a night, people are in from all over the world, and maybe they're celebrating a wedding anniversary, or they just got married, or it's a big birthday. And yeah, I'm playing bass, and people might not know who I am, or any of that stuff, and none of that really matters. But the music that we're creating in those experiences and that energy creates memories for them, that hopefully when they hear that song that they were enjoying for their birthday, hopefully in 10 years they'll remember that, and it'll bring them back to a good place. If you think of your life as a soundtrack, I get to be a small part of that in playing at Jeremy's Barbados, and hopefully those will create some smiles and some memory dividends for others. I enjoy playing as well, but I really love it for the others. What's going on with activities and your routines, Mom? What are you back at?
So I'm loving getting back into the gym. I'm doing a little challenge with some girlfriends called 75 Hard, if any of you have done it. So got a little group just to really keep us back on track with exercise, nutrition, because with the holidays you can get a little off track. All the things, journaling, gratitude, all the things that we had in place before our little hiatus, and running the kids around. Kira went back to gymnastics, and 2 days in, what happened, Kira?
Fractured my ankle.
We went back to Sandy Crest.
Spent a lot of time at Sandy
We
Crest.
spent quite a bit of time at Sandy Crest.
Over the past 2 months, we've been to Sandy Crest a bit.
Hey guys, anyone want to sign my cast? My foot is broke up.
So
Yeah, we'll have to do a whole nother video on Kira's ankle.
we won't put that all into here.
Yeah.
So, but
She's good.
yeah. P, you're back in football, right? So you've got football. Got that. Those are and what's your other big thing?
Jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu. Who's been joining you on the mat in jiu-jitsu?
You.
Me. Why?
Because you're helping teaching.
I've been helping a little bit, and the only reason for that is because the main instructor is traveling for a couple of weeks. Been helping out with class, being more of a mat enforcer than anything. It's been a lot of fun getting back into that and getting back into that routine and that ritual. Anything else?
I think that's it. I think that's a wrap.
I think that's a wrap, and we're working to not have to do these 2-month hiatuses. Lisa's working on all of that. She's the mastermind behind this channel. Many of you think it's me. I just run my mouth. I follow notes and run my
He
mouth.
likes to yap.
So Lisa's the mastermind behind this, but she's actually working on getting us into more of a regular groove. So stay tuned for that. We're super excited about 2025 for just creating more memory dividends and how we're tackling life and living and focusing on living. Don't save up living.
Yeah.
We'll leave you with that.
Bye.
Bye.